Wait, where are you
I'm
from?
American. I'm from New York.
No, that country.
The United States.
Wait. African American.
I'm Black American.
No. So, what country? Like, where
The
you?
United States.
Your family.
I was born in the United States.
No, your family.
Where's your mom and dad from?
No, like what country?
No.
Where's your mom and dad from?
Viral. Alright, listen.
No, I'm not.
Where's your mom, your granddad, your grandma?
My mom.
Your great-great-grandmother, born in 1872. That's your grandmother sitting next to her.
Where was she born at?
She was born in Virginia.
So, are you Aborigine? Are you
I'm a
native?
Black American.
You're just Black American.
Yes.
So your country is Black. No,
Country is Black American. Wow.
Your country is no. That's what I'm trying to say.
My country is the United States of America.
I swear, tripping.
I'm tripping.
You have to be tripping, bro.
Aren't you from Jamaica?
No. I'm born in England.
Alright, where are you from?
My grandparents, my dad's side is Jamaican.
So where are you from?
Jamaica.
Alright, where else are you from? Where?
England. Jamaica, England.
You want to know something? Because the statement that you're trying to make is a statement that applies to you.
Bro said I'm tripping. I had to pull out the videos for him, Big Fun. The full videos on YouTube, bro.
What makes London London?
What makes it different from the US? Yeah, like we kind of like claim our roots a lot more. I mean, I feel like we are more kind of like culturally diverse.
Is it weird when African Americans don't know where they're from?
Yeah, strange.
It's not really our fault though.
I feel like people of ethnic race in the UK, like we tend to bond more with other people.
To your British Africans here get mad at me when I say I'm American. I am African American, but my granddad's been in America, so technically America's all I know.
You're an American citizen.
Do you know what you are? No, ethnically.
I don't know.
I would find that strange. I feel like I wouldn't really have a personality.
What? No, that's a hot take. You wouldn't have a personality because you don't know where you're from.
Like, I take pride in where I'm from. If we just didn't know where we was from and was just walking around saying we're British, like we don't feel like we have a culture.
Tend to bond more over food as well. Just call yourself American, mac and cheese and greens. That's just so like.
Soul food is part of Black American culture because it stems back from the slavery days.
Okay guys, today I want us to talk about the disrespect that Black Americans receive from some Black Brits and other Black people who live outside America. You know, often this disrespect is due to ignorance. These people have never learned the history of the foundational Black Americans. So they are clearly speaking out of ignorance. Sincerely, they also think that all Black Americans are immigrants. I just wish they can invest in some knowledge and learn the history of the Black Americans. Let's go watch some other videos and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Not to start a diaspora war or nothing, but I was at the gym this morning and on shuffle, this British man was rapping and he said he don't talk to the feds. The UK government does not have a federal government. And then somebody got mad at me because they're like, it's slang for police. No, it's not. Federal agents don't do the same thing as police. Federal agents like the FBI and the DEA, those are drug crime, the big boy crimes. The one federal prison ain't the same as local and state prison. Y'all don't know what y'all are talking about, and y'all rush to copy us and then swear up and down we don't have a culture. Y'all don't even know what y'all talking about. And I'm not the diaspora war type. I'm not. I genuinely think all of us have beautiful cultures and they run deep. However, comma with an apostrophe and two S's, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? At least be yourself in the process of borrowing from Black American culture. Because, like, what the fuck do you mean you don't talk to the feds and the UK don't even have it doesn't have a federal government? There is no feds. What be wrong with y'all? And it's not slang for police. A fed and the police are two different things. A fed, I don't want to fuck with the feds. I'll be I don't want to fuck with the feds. The police is the police. I don't want to fuck with them either. But like the feds,
the vast majority of Black British people don't even know Black Americans beside through a screen. I feel like that's the quiet part that's never said out loud. This is a parasocial dynamic. Like, what, huh? For at least the past 4 decades, right? Black British people have been digesting Black entertainment and Black culture without any reciprocity. So there's this one-sided relationship that's created where for decades, Black British people believe to have some relationship with Black Americans that doesn't exist in actuality.
Bro, I don't know if Americans are genuinely confused or they're just thick, because this blew my mind. And if you're not American, this will probably blow your mind too. So I'm from England, right? But most English people are usually white, just like Americans are usually white too, okay? Keep that in mind, this is very important. As you can see from looking at my skin, I am not just white, I have black in me, which means I come from African descent. To be more specific, Ghanaian descent. Keep this in mind. I was outside in America and I seen a fellow melanin brother. Now, when I'm looking at melanin people, I can usually tell what part of Africa you are from your features. And I saw this brother that I thought might have been Ghanaian too. Big up my Ghana brothers, by the way. But was I so wrong? So I proceeded to ask, yo bro, what part of Africa you from? He said, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I was like, oh word, but like, where are your parents from? Atlanta, Georgia. So what about your grandparent? Atlanta, Georgia. So my next question was, how are you black? There's a lot of black people in Atlanta, Georgia, son. So you're telling me that you're not from Africa, but your skin is saying otherwise. Yep, proud African American, straight out of Atlanta, Georgia, born and raised. And before I could ask him any more questions, brother, I answered it for myself. These people genuinely think that African American is its own race. And this is actually deep, bro. These African Americans are children. Yes, you heard me right. So I'm sorry to break it to you, but there's no such thing as African Americans. Your ancestors were just taken from Africa to America, brainwashed, and completely forgot where they came from. And that's the truth. So maybe go look at your history before saying I'm African American.
British people are insufferable online. This message is for that Jamal dude and any other black British person coming online and consistently talking about black American culture and the reality of being black in America as it pertains to the African diaspora without having any lived experience, and how that's one of the worst things anyone can do. Europeans, moreover British people, come on TikTok daily and talk about America, proving your lack of knowledge. From saying we don't have humidity to our houses are built up from wood and straw, Americans don't own passports, to American education system sucks, to thinking you can go from Disney World to the Grand Canyon in the same day. I will always use my voice to tackle these themes you consistently put forward because they're all rooted in anti-Americanness and anti-blackness. I will always say Europe is the easiest country to rage bait. To come online and offering your 2 cents in several conversations, all while admitting you don't understand the nuances of black American culture, then talking about the N-word as it pertains to black people, is grade A level narcissism that British people definitely possess. And because you're absolutely clueless to black American identity, culture, and history, you have no idea what it means to be black in America versus diaspora. The global black identity is very, very new in America because let's not forget, this conversation is about America. Caribbean people and Africans have been in America for almost a century. They have always delineated themselves from being black. The term black in America has always been specifically reserved for black Americans. You ask a Nigerian, Haitian, Jamaican, Bayesian, Ghanaian, Dominican what they are, they will never say black. They will say their country of origin. And as someone who's both Haitian and black American, I know this to be true. No one ever questions the Haitian identity, but I have to fight for my life for the black American identity to be respected. Caribbean nations are majority black, and they're obviously black people, same as Africans have always been black. So there's no need to call themselves such. We're black in America because of colonization and the name that Europeans gave us. Black is our ethnicity. It's not just a racial marker like other places. And if you don't have an intimate understanding of the nuances that exist within our countries and the Americas, I'd advise you to stop speaking so boldly on your takes when you're coming from one side, which is rooted in ignorance. It's extremely disingenuous to call Americans dumb or self-centered without knowing the inter-diaspora relations we have in our own country. Black Americans don't own blackness, and we don't think we do. But when someone says you're not even black, you're Jamaican, in America, both the Jamaican and the American understands what that means. You being British, you lack a fundamental understanding of the diaspora in the way that those of us in the Americas do, or even those in Africa. You suffer from British exceptionalism, and you think you can act shocked or confused as to why these discussions are being had after you come online and offer take after bad take as it pertains to Black American culture. Let's not be obtuse here. These conversations are about Black Americans, America, and never about Britain or Black British people because we don't know anything about you. Black Americans have almost zero exposure to Black British people, your existence, or how you even got there. I went to uni in the UK. I went to LSE. So I have lived experiences there, but I don't come online and offer think pieces about you because my life isn't centered around England like your life is clearly centered around us. It's insane that everyone practices the same xenophobia against Americans and subsequently Black Americans because you've been socialized to believe that's okay while claiming we other ourselves, we think we're better, and we're dumb when your point of views are never based in reality or any knowledge of America. I don't think my takes are gold, 100% correct, or that I know everything about the diaspora. However, unlike yourself, I have lived in 5 Black countries throughout my life. I have family from over 10 Black countries, so I've had exposure and tried to educate myself on others' point of view, and I still sit and listen when others tell me I'm wrong about history, culture, or reality, unlike British people who think they're all-knowing cultural experts of the world. You have every opportunity to teach us about Black British experiences, culture, and life, but you consistently center us and are wrong when you do. Black Americans are at fault for adding fuel to the diaspora wars. We're all to blame, as we all suffer from colonialism and lack of knowledge. But the way you all dogpile on Black Americans under the guise of they're dumb and we're smart is insane to me. It would do you good to actually sit and unpack the reason why you give space for xenophobia in your comment sections and chalk it up to American exceptionalism. Like I said, we all can learn from each other. We all have the right to feel heard, and we all have the right to be respected. But for some reason, it is okay and normalized for you guys to not respect Black American and Black American culture.
So I just got done watching this live of this Black British girl talking about how Black Americans, we think that we're superior over all Black people, and that we don't even realize that in their land there's people who came during Windrush, which is when a bunch of Caribbean people came to the UK to work for their oppressor, and that there's people who came during that time who are getting sent back to the Caribbean, and that we don't understand our privilege. And it made me realize where all this like online friction between a lot of Black British people towards Black Americans coming from. It's coming down to jealousy. I try to tell everybody the difference between Black British people and Black Americans is that Black British people have an immigrant story. They have an immigrant background. Whereas in America, Black Americans, we're not looked at as foreign. When somebody asks you if you're a Black American, where you're from, and you say Chicago, that person's not Black, is gonna say, oh, okay, cool. My cousin's from there, my aunt's from there. But over there in the UK, when they're asked where you're from, they always get hit with, no, where are you really from? Because they're not welcomed in this country that they defend so hard. So again, I put this anger towards jealousy because it's displaced anger. Because once again, the reason why Black Americans are looking at Black British people crazy about y'all making jokes about running from getting your ass beat over a soccer game and that we don't get your humor is because you'll never see Black Americans joking like that. Because if that actually would happen in real life, we pull out folding chairs, we pull out them bows, you know what I'm saying? But this is what happens when you have a lack of community. Instead of coming towards Black Americans, you need to build community towards yourselves. But y'all don't have it because first of all, y'all have y'all own issues such as Caribbeans versus Africans. I said this all stems down to jealousy because once again, the one thing traveling overseas I had realized is that Black Americans really are the face of Black people globally. I mean, in the UK, they just had the Wireless Fest where almost 90% of the acts were from America. Most of the audience were Black British people. This comes down to community. See, in America, you can have all these type of Black American type of celebrities because we have something called community. In the UK, you have to look a certain type of way if you want to be Black and seen out there. You have to be mixed, you might have to be light-skinned, or you have to talk in a certain way that best makes the population of UK comfortable. See, in America, you can have a SZA, a Summer Walker, a Money Long, a Coco Jones, you know, dark-skinned girls who sell music and are out there in the mainstream. But out in the UK, they don't have that because they don't have community. Instead of creating diaspora wars, because that's really what y'all create, put all that energy into fighting back and creating something for yourself in a country where y'all went to, where these are the same people who oppressed you in the first place. No, and that's the thing I have an issue too with Black British people is that y'all will say Black Americans think they're this, Americans think they're that, they think they're better. How is that when y'all, the first thing y'all love to scream on this app is that, oh, we know where we're from. But once again, because I need to make sure this bubble is broken, if you are a Black British Caribbean person or that comes from Caribbean descent, you do not know where you come from. For example, if you're from Jamaica, if that's where your grandparents or your great-grandparents are from, England They named you who you were. They named what your country was called. They put you on a ship to go work out there and go dig up some sugar cane so they could be rich and live in castles. So how do you know where you come from when people put you on a ship and sent you to a place that you claim you come from? You're not from there. You're from somewhere else. You just don't know where that ship came from.
A lot of confusion comes from not understanding one basic thing. And what is that? In America, there are two groups of people who have the black skin. Okay? This is something that many people do not understand. Now, the first group is the Black Americans. These people prefer to be called the FBAs, which are the foundational Black Americans. These are the people whose ancestors built America from ground up. They are not immigrants. They didn't choose to come to America. In fact, they were dragged, they were forced. Most of them died, they bled, we all know about slavery and all of that. They were forced. The second group of people are the black immigrants. So there are two different people. The black immigrants had a choice. Some of them came in, to school, they got a job, came in, or, their parents came in a long time ago. A few of them were born here, and things like that. Some of them came for better lives, and all that. So there's a difference. There's a difference between the black immigrants and the black Americans, the foundational black Americans. Now, the foundational black Americans found themselves here. They've been here from day one, from the inception. They have built a culture. They have built a lifestyle. They have created a platform for the immigrants to thrive. So these two people are totally different. So this whole disrespect and can we just let this slide? What are we even arguing about? Really, come to think of it, what exactly are we arguing about? These are black Americans, period. They are different from every other person. These are the foundational black Americans. I hope that gives clarity. And this whole rift can be put to an end, please, because I'm getting tired of it. Sincerely, I'm getting tired of it. As always, guys, I give credit to the original creators of the videos I have used on this platform today. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much. If you're joining me for the first time, have you subscribed to my channel? Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up, hit on the notification bell. Thank you so much, guys. Have an amazing day. Cheers.